All beings love their life. All beings want to be happy. All beings want to know the grace of the infinite. They want to feel divine love, because that love is at the core of our being. That love is our essential nature. There is in this universe a cosmic field, a field of unconditional love, truth, and consciousness, awareness. A field where there is no I or thou and no separation. The experience of duality comes from the inhabitation of a physical form and the identity with physical form and being a separate individual. But the reality is there is only one existence, one being, the infinite divine self, the Brahma, is the only true existence. That is the absolute beneath the relative reality of this physical universe and the variety of forms and colors that are formed in this physical universe. That reality of our unitary self, that everything that we are is a part of one essential being, appearing to be many, but one in essence. One consciousness, one self, one being manifesting the entire creation within its consciousness, within its own essence. And to awaken is to know, to become aware, to be enlightened to the truth of your own nature. We live in beliefs, ideas about who we are, ideas about what our life is, whether we're happy or sad, or we've achieved what we want, or we're disillusioned. But all of that is in a relative existence. There is a more solid, a more substantial existence in the sense of true being, consciousness, which is everywhere, always, unchanging, undying, eternal being. Forms change and change and change, but the eternal nature of the self is unchanging. Who you are now in your life, whether you are happy or sad, whether you are successful or not successful, however you define yourself, is a relative existence that will change and change again. But your immortal self, your true nature, does not change. That which you are, you have always been and will always be. The beliefs that you hold define you and confine you to the images, the thoughts that you have, that you believe to be true. If you believe you are rich and successful, then surely you will feel rich and successful. If you believe you are poor, or that you are inadequate in some way, that belief becomes your identity. But beneath all of the play of opposites, of light and dark and good and bad and painful and joyful, lies a happiness which does not change with time, which does not erode with time, which is and always has been. A truth which does not shift. And some people call this awareness, being, consciousness. But what is the nature of this consciousness? What is its essential quality? The qualities are non-dual, so they cannot be defined in words. But the closest concept we have is love. Unconditional, immortal, omniscient, and unchanging love. A kind of glue which holds the universe together and brings it back always to its own nature. Draws it back into itself, into what is real. So you are always drawn towards that inner truth. It calls to you, it beckons to you. It calls with feeling. It is a love that you seek. It calls with thought. It is an idea just outside of what you can conceive of. It is an essence. Your essence. The self of yourself, your Atman. The self of yourself. And it is your destiny, sooner or later, to know that immortal self. You are drawn towards that cosmic nucleus, like a moth to the flame. Knowingly or unknowingly, you are always moving towards it. And sometimes you may push away, but then again there is the draw. There's always the draw. You may not feel it consciously, it may be subconscious, but that, like a magnet, is always drawing you towards itself. That cosmic nucleus is bringing all creation into itself, drawing it in. Thus you are drawn in to your immortal nature. The Atman, that unitary consciousness, when it witnesses your experience, is your soul, your Atman. When it witnesses the entire cosmos, it is Brahma, it is the Paramatma, the cosmic soul of all beings. But there is no difference between that oversoul, that cosmic soul, and your soul. Like the drop of water into the ocean, your soul, your Atman, is inseparable from the cosmic soul, the Paramatma, the supreme soul. So some people meditate to gain clarity of mind, to have experiences of their own ability to enhance mind. There are many benefits to meditation, even to extend one's life. The telomeres of your genetic material will be improved through meditation. So there are many benefits, but the real purpose of meditation is to know that you are one with God. You are one with the infinite. You are one with the cosmic self of yourself. That there is no separation, and that any separation you should feel is an illusion created because your mind is extroverted into the world of form. And so you forget your eternal nature. But when you come into remembrance, it's always there. It's never gone anywhere. It will not go anywhere. That one is your closest of close. Your home of homes. Always there. Always with you. But your mind, engaged in the world of form, forgets. You forget. And when you remember, when you take time through meditation, through collective meditations also, to remember, then you remember that there's a home that you have within you. You've always had a guide within you. You've always had. There is a truth that is a deeper truth than anything else in your life. It's always been there. It's your truth. And the way home is to know your eternal self, to follow Krishna's flute, to follow the draw of that eternal essence that draws you to the core of your being. That is the path. Many are the names, many are the paths, many are the teachers. But the path itself is simple. Listen deeply within to that core truth which calls to you, to the soul of your soul, the heart of your heart. Listen to the flute of Lord Krishna, and you will be ever drawn to that abode of bliss and love. That abode where I and thou dissolve into one. So follow the path through inner listening. And that inner listening is meditation. Quieting the wildness of the mind and its absorption and materialism, quieting it so you can listen within. And the true benefit of meditation, which is to know the one, that is the great gift of human life, the greatest gift. All right?